Okay, so December 30th, we're almost done with the year. So yesterday I said that we might trade between this high volume node and this one and chop around in between, and we ended up um, balancing here. We did that value area sweep. I was waiting for that 41, which it took a while, but we finally, it took most of the day. We finally broke, got to it, peaked below, tested this high. We couldn't get to that 20-day point of control, and then bounced, found buyers, and then just spend the rest of the day in balance. We couldn't fill the gap above, the gap to settlement, so now we have a gap above, a gap below. We have a double distribution, a triple distribution, a quadruple distribution. It's a mess. It's not a very pretty profile. So I wanna assume that what's gonna happen is that we're gonna chop around in this area and fill in these caves and have more balancing days in in these areas where really we go nowhere. Because at this point we have a 20-day I'm sorry, 25 point expected move for today and 40 points for tomorrow, meaning that the market is not pricing getting to that 7,000 strike on SPX right now, but that doesn't mean that it can't happen. We can see, depending on the order flow, we can see some push and then some squeeze, and we've seen that before, like blow through the expected move. But so far the market is just pricing staying in this range. So scenario for today is very similar as the one from yesterday. We're inside value, so what I'm looking for is a break through either side of yesterday's value, which is pretty much the overnight range. So above it, go with a break, look for the gap fill, look for an attempt to enter the Friday's value, and then if we break below, look for that 69.30, which is the 20-day point of control, and then do a retest of this lows, and then if selling pressure is high here, we see volatility increase, then looking for that gap fill at 68.95. So that's pretty much it for today. Not expecting too much, but sometimes I don't expect too much, and then the market surprises me, and so that's why I'm keeping all scenarios open. And Q also has a gap above, a gap below, so same thing. Go with the break of the overnight range. Watching order flow. Silver, crazy. I added my silver chart here. Up 10%, down 10%, up 7% today. It's crazy. It's insane. So if you're not an experienced trader, I would stay away from this, because even with the micros, you could be up or down $1,000 in like a second. So, but it's still, I've been trading it. I hadn't traded much in the past, but I've been trading it the last couple of days, and it does, it does respect the auction. It does respect the volume nodes. So it's been good. Gold has been moving like with silver too. That yesterday a big dump. Remember I mentioned I didn't think it was gonna get there, but I mentioned if sellers kept pushing, we will get to the 43.60. We not only got there, but we got all the way below through that distribution, right? Like look above and fell. We came back into that area. What should have happened is what happened, right? Which is going through that distribution, and we bounce right at the bottom of this distribution. If you were watching, there was a lot of traders that looked like they were trying to buy the bounce on gold, um, but it kept dropping and dropping and dropping. So today we're seeing that it's back above 4,400, but the magnet is probably still down here. We'll see. Like this is, it's one of those areas where it could go either way. It could go back and attempt to go back into the upper range where it was accepting a few days ago, or it could go back down to the 4360. But 4360 is gonna be a big magnet for the time being. So if we start dropping, watch for a move there. Today we have also FOMC minutes, which I don't think it should be a big mover, but it's only for FOMC, so there's always you know, the wording to pay attention to see if anything changed. And tomorrow we have jobless claims, and then it's the last day of the year, so we'll see what happens for 2026. Alright, that's about it. Good luck.